Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe and on this channel we talk about all things books. Now today's video is a little bit different because we're giving the book room a makeover. I had long outgrown the shelves that I had in here, so it was time for an update. So I pulled all the books off the shelf, I dumped them all in my bedroom. Like you can see here, this is what almost 400 books look like when it's stuffed onto a corner of your bedroom. But I pulled them all down, painted the room white because it was so dark and gloomy with the colour that we had on the walls. However, when I was in the middle of pulling it all down, one of my bookshelves broke, as in like it just crumbled. So a trip to IKEA was needed. I got 2 new Billy bookshelves. So I've now got the 3 large ones that will all be connected up and put along this back wall, and then one of the smaller, or the skinny ones that's up next to the window next to my desk. In the bottom corner of the room where the bookshelves used to be, I've just got this chest of drawers, so that's like my jumpers and my gym stuff. And in the tall Alex unit is like hair stuff at the top, and then it goes down into being like swimsuits and socks and you know, all that sort of stuff. So the stuff that's on top of it just now is what was on the bookshelves, and then like the clock and my nail polishes and everything are just other stuff that was there. The mirror I was going to put on the wall just above the drawers here, but I think I'm just going to keep my scratch off posters there instead and put the mirror downstairs. And then on the other side of the room we have my very messy desk. This is just all of the other junk that's there. I'm going to put this pegboard on the wall above it, and this is going to be my new filming setup, and it looks amazing. You'll see it in a second. And then here is the skinny bookshelf as well that's off to the side. So this is going to be the new setup. I am really happy with how it turned out, but this is just a quick overview. Guys, the bookshelves are up. They are here. They look amazing. And now I get to start putting all of my books back on them, which is going to take forever. I don't know if I'm going to get it all done tonight. I probably will do it tonight. But I'm so happy with how this room is starting to look. I'll get all of the books on the shelves and then I'll give you another little overview of everything, but yeah, I am really pleased. Having to drag all of these books back in from my bedroom to the spare room was just such a workout that I was not ready for. Like honestly, I think I might just cancel my gym membership and maybe do this once a month because it was awful. But I started by putting all of my Harry Potter books and my old books like my Twilight series and Hunger Games and whatnot on the skinny bookshelf because I don't really need them to be displayed. They're just sort of tucked off to the side. I'm not going to reach for them anytime soon. This is a little overview of what it looked like about halfway through with just books everywhere, and it was at this point that I was seriously regretting my life choices. But we carried on, and I kind of started to use the shelf nearest the window as a paperback shelf. So this is my oldest shelf now. This is one of the original ones, and it's a little bit more delicate than the new ones. So on the top of it, it's just got all of my romance paperbacks, and then towards the bottom it's got some of my older sort of YA series like the Lunar Chronicles, the Shadow and Bone trilogy, all those sorts of things. The middle shelf is what you'll see as the backdrop in my videos. So I've got some of my newer books there, some of my prettier editions. But to be honest with you, there's not really a rhyme or reason as to how any of this is organised. My Barnes & Noble leather-bound editions are on the bottom shelf of the one right as you walk in the door. I'll show you an overview of it all at the end anyway, just because they're heaviest. But yeah, apart from that, there's not really any rhyme or reason to the organisation. It is just wherever things looked best. You'll see in some places it is kind of colour coded, so the paperbacks on the right hand side are in a little bit of a rainbow theme. There's some that have like a red and yellow theme or a blue and green, but to be honest with you, that wasn't really intentional. It was just what books looked nicest next to each other. So yeah, it was a very long project. I definitely bit off more than I could chew with it. I thought it would be all knocked out in a day, but that was not the case. But by this point I was just determined to get it done. I don't have as much room to grow as I thought I would. I was hoping that I would maybe have a shelf or two that was basically free, but I don't. I've probably got room for maybe another 5 or 6 books, and that's it. So that's like a couple of subscription boxes and then we're done again. But you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. It just means that I'll need to find room somewhere else in the house for another bookshelf. So here is the overview of all the shelves then. So you've got the paperbacks at the top. It goes down into my Brandon Sanderson and my sci-fi books, and then all of my older YA series and some of Dave's autobiographies from various sportsmen at the bottom. And then at the top, this is a lot of books that I haven't read. There's a few exceptions, some of the ones that I have finished, and they're like the Emily Henrys and the Holly Blacks, but for the most part, a lot of this is unread for the first half, and then in the second half we have my special editions and then some of my older books as well. All of my Cassandra Clare books are on this shelf, and again, most of these have been read. So starts at the top as unread, finishes with my read ones. And then on this shelf, the clock, by the way, is broke. It actually doesn't work, and the batteries in it have all corroded, so I can't actually put no new ones in it, but it's fine, it still looks nice. But then the rest of it is all just, you know, unread books, apart from my Sarah J Maas ones. Most of this shelf is all unread, and the bottom one is my Leatherbounds and older series that I have finished but probably won't reach for. And then this is just an overview of what the rest of the room looks like. The Witcher books here are not mine. They are one of my friends. We're going to do a read along in March, I think, or at least start the series, but he prefers to listen to the audiobook, so he gave me his books. And then here is my desk and my new filming setup. I absolutely love how the pegboard looks. Guys, that took so long to do. It is currently 11:45, and I started this, well, we started building the bookshelves at about 6 o'clock, so this has been nearly 6 hours. 6 hours of building and rearranging, and wow. I'm not too sure how I feel about some of the shelves. So if you have a look, if I just sort of like move you down a little bit, I don't know if I want to swap some of them. So I was kind of thinking that these ones here, you're not really going to be able to see because I'll be sitting in front of them, but I think I might move them over to that shelf and have these ones here. Or is that silly? No, that's silly because I want to be able to see those ones. Do you know what? Never mind. Completely ignore me. It's late. I'm tired. I've been at this all day. Clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go to bed and I will check in with you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the library. I still love it. I woke up this morning and I walked past to go into the bathroom to get my shower, and I just couldn't stop staring at how pretty these shelves look now that they're all set up and they're not triple stacked and there's not just books falling everywhere. I just love it. I'm so pleased with it. I know that this video was a little bit short and it was mostly just B-roll of me building it, but I thought you would like to see the new setup. So I am just going to finish it there because I'm actually about to start filming next week's video, which is a 24-hour readathon. So subscribe if you want to see that, but it's getting on a little bit. It's almost 12:30, and I want to start reading now so that I don't need to stay up too late tonight. But yeah, this is the new library. I love it. Love, love, love. I just can't stop staring at it. And it's honestly, it doesn't look very exciting, you know, just having the walls painted white, but you can't really see them behind the bookshelves anyway. And I've got my posters up, I've got my pegboard behind you there, so it doesn't really need to be very exciting, but painting it all white just made this room so much brighter. That was one of the reasons why I didn't film in here, was because we had it painted like quite a dark beigey grey sort of colour, and the lighting was just awful. It was so dark in here, it was really dull. But now it's a lot brighter, and I feel like I can actually make a video in here with a much nicer backdrop rather than just my bed. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to see next week's 24-hour readathon. Okay, goodbye.